When something is over the counter, it is designed to ensure easy and accurate use. Most educators use data to inform decisions that impact kids, and educators should be ideal consumers of data. Yet teachers attain only 48% accuracy when making basic inferences about data. So how can this be? Education data can be particularly difficult to understand. Take this typical report on state math test performance, where the school's performance is in blue and the state's performance is graphed in purple. Most people pick number properties for the school's best performance because it's the school's highest score, and pick graphing as the school's worst performance because it's the lowest score. But the correct answer is the exact opposite. That's because these four areas vary in difficulty on this particular test, and you must compare the school's data to the state's to garner meaning. Common data reports do a poor job supporting educators and students. We need a remedy. Over-the-counter products like medicine have to actively help users understand how to use the contents appropriately. So let's make education data over the counter. A medicine label features directions for use and warnings about dangers. Let's label data for educators. In my quantitative study of 211 educators, I labeled data reports with tips for understanding reported data. These footers were used 73% of the time, more than tripled educators' accuracy when answering questions about the data, and improved data analyses by 336% when participants indicated they used the footer. But not everything can fit on a brief label, so added documentation can be tucked into over-the-counter packaging to provide more explanation, either in hard copy form or virtually. Let's do the same for data. In my study, when a one-page reference sheet accompanied data reports to explain the data's meaning, the sheets were used half the time, more than doubled data analysis accuracy, or tripled it when they were used. In other scenarios, a 2 to 3 page reference guide accompanied study participants' data to guide them in using reported data. These guides were used more than half the time. They made data analyses nearly 3 times more accurate, and their use made analyses over 4 times as accurate. And what about a help system? 50 million people per year use WebMD, an online medical help system. Let's offer a help system for data users. I built help systems for data systems, allowing users to click a button to reach lessons. Technical lessons helped users use the data system. These lesson types are fairly common in data systems, but I also created data analysis lessons, which are uncommon in data systems. These offered statistical guidance and supplemented users' data skills. Research supports the inclusion of a shorter targeted manual or user-friendly help system, which causes users to need 40% less training time and successfully complete 50% more tasks than they would have accomplished with only a full-sized manual. Now, how about how we're displaying the data? You would never ingest medicine from a package fraught with misspellings or with misleading images. Let's display data in trustworthy ways. The design of our earlier example encouraged misunderstandings. We could improve it by graphing the calculations that really gave the data meaning, and that's just one design example. Lastly, an over-the-counter remedy won't make you feel better if all it contains is sugar and food coloring. Likewise, data report content must be adequate. This means data reports are timely, appropriate for the audiences receiving them, and enough to cover educators' key needs in a way that isn't overwhelming. These 5 components are vital to helping people use an over-the-counter product safely and effectively. Data affects lives. Whenever we report education data, we owe it to students and other stakeholders to make the data over the counter. For more information, visit my research website where you can find standards for data reporting as well as templates.